Is brought to you by Gulfstream Park.
Hold the mayo. It's time for Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. Find out what's being served with Mike, Defoe, and Lubie, the only show that covers food, sports, and the proper maintenance of your car. And now, a man who had the distinction of having an entire health clinic named in his honor, Mike Mayo.
I want the flim flam sauce with the awesome fave with shafafa on the side.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another Friday edition of Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. Boy, it seems like we're doing lunchboxes like Defoe's transfusions, like every 12 hours. Mike Lubie Lubitz is off to the side. I'm getting us loaded up onto the great Let's Eat South Florida group website, or whatever. No, Facebook.
It's a Facebook group. Yes, sir.
Up to 136,000.8, almost 137,000. It's growing by like 2,500 a week now. It's
That's
crazy.
amazing.
And now we are here, me and Lubie, fresh off our
A successful endeavor. Yeah,
stint.
triumphant. Definitely.
We tried a little after dark experiment at a live streaming at a Visit Lauderdale Food and Wine Festival event. I thought it went great.
They tested us because I've never actually done any, and we've done a lot of broadcasts, Defoe and I, all over at least this country. I've never, and we've had in Radio Roads, you have people milling around. I've never had a band doing their best to piss me off. And it's fine. And I get it after the fact. I realized, they're actually not that loud. But when you're trying to talk over them, it feels like they're yelling in your ear.
Those headsets were pretty good because I watched the show back. It was crystal clear reception. We were using our hotspot, and we were protected from the elements. And it was great to see the crowd come out last night, rain, shine. I mean, it was a well-organized event, as you'd expect from Phil and Kate. They are just killing it all week. And what a great roundup of guests. I mean, it just kept streaming from Alex and Diego and Temple Street Eatery. And then we, of course, had Tuan from the new Miso Japanese Tapas place. That's great. And Nikki Mohan, and a surprise guest appearance by the one and only Reno Sorbonne, banned on Yelp, but not banned on the Lunchbox yet. No, it was just a lot of fun. And how about Diego and Alex with that roasted whole pig? Ooh. That was incredible stuff. Speaking of incredible stuff, we're here at Gulfstream, 10 Palms, another beautiful day of live racing. And we got the special. We got a sliced tenderloin steak. We've got the penne alla vodka. Thank you very much. We've got the Greek salad with the grilled shrimp. Lubie is repositioning things.
Well, we've seen your salad before. I want them to see this tenderloin.
No, that tenderloin looks beautiful.
Cooked perfectly,
some
medium
mashed
rare.
Potatoes. Looks like a black peppercorn, a poivre sauce.
Yes.
They are kicking it up.
Big things.
Several notches. Joe Beja will be here later in the day, of course, the great executive director of everything hospitality related here at Gulfstream Park. We'll sit down and talk about the upcoming Pegasus, a huge day, a big event that tickets are available. And then he's going to have his bourbon and barbecue taste of the track the first Saturday in February. All kinds of, this is it.
Season, baby. Yep.
Coming at us fast and furious. You said you were worried last night. You never know how it would be with a band blaring over a live broadcast. I'm worried right now because I see that battery.
We're at full battery. Relax.
It goes fast.
It does not go that fast.
You're trying me like my mom. The one thing I inherited. Okay, so first of all, L'chaim, salute everybody. I'm drinking another Bloody Mary in tribute to my late mom, B. Mayo. We're going to be doing things later this weekend in New York. Bunch of a family gathering.
So you still do have a lot of family up there, right?
Yeah,
I know you moved, but most of you were up
and
there, right?
so Sunday will be the
that's nice.
burial, and
your
then
dad is, your brother is.
Yeah, but I was talking with the rabbi who's going to be officiating the
rabbis
service.
Are always classic.
But he was really good. It was like a therapy session because he was pumping me full of memories and asking about my mom. And
that's nice.
And I sent him this obit that I wrote and posted on my personal Facebook page. But he asked me, he said, "So did she have any like hobbies like knitting or crocheting?" And I just said, "Worrying." She was a world class warrior from the long line of Jewish mothers, and now I am worrying.
There's nothing to worry about. Okay. I will make sure at our break.
You guarantee we're not going to crap out in the middle of the first segment.
We have a full battery, and by break I will have that in so you can even relax more.
All good. I'm sipping my Bloody Mary.
I just love that these crowds that they're getting here, and what's fun to me is it's families. And again, when I first came out to the track years ago with Defoe, you watch movies, you watch TV shows, you hear what your vision of a track is, and that dispelled it for me a lot then. But not only Gulfstream Park, but 10 Palms dispels it even more, where it's every single table is families, kids running around, they're cheering on horses, they're eating great food, and it's kind of experience you don't think you'd get at the track, but I've grown to expect it every time we come here.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's a big group right in front of us, and kids of all ages, and they take care of everybody here, and that's one of the things that I love so much about our affiliation with Gulfstream and 10 Palms. I mean, it's really Joe Beja has stepped up this menu. I mean, you've got everything from soup to nuts. You've got your chicken enchilada soup is the soup of the day. I'm going to pass it over to you. I'm going to get your lemons, or actually
lemons are all yours.
That was our guest's lemons. I'm going to put the lemons off to the side there. We wanted to have Defo piped in from Casa de Forest, but he's gone radio silent. I think he's probably out. I don't know if he's well enough to walk, but I bet he's trying to hoof it a little bit because he needs his exercise. He gets very grouchy.
He does
without it. So we wish Defo best wishes. I wanted to have him on because I had a couple of topics of conversation here. Before we get into the contest, and it's a long holiday weekend. Happy MLK Day, everybody. Monday, official federal holiday. We're going to take Monday off on the Lunchbox, but we're going to re-air the whole live stream we did last night. So if you hadn't gotten a chance to see it from last night, we're going to replay that on Monday in our usual 1 p.m. time slot. And all right, well, one of the things that I feel a little bit ashamed about, and I know Defo would needle me, although he is guilty of it. I mean, isn't he really the number one, I don't want to say mentor, progenitor, I don't even know if progenitor is a word. I'm just making up words now. Of the whole like schnorring, like the radio schnorring.
Oh, no, Defo's made a career of it.
Yeah. So
he said one of the books from the Defo Press that he would write is My Year of Living Free while working in radio. He got garages done. He had roof work done. He had other construction. No, Defo's the king of knowing how to, and it was all legal. It was all legal,
right? But a little bit of bartering here, a little bit of money, agreements.
Oh, you're in the world, my friend. I know you're a reporter, so
we used to have a very strong, strict ethics policy.
Yeah, not in our world. We're ethical-ish.
Well, but then why does he harp on me so much? Is it hypocrisy or projection that he just wails on me?
We just have fun. It's fun to give you crap.
Snoring tendencies. But all right, but I felt a little bit badly about this because I guess I'm a terrible person, but like I go in this, I've been getting flooded with all kinds of beautiful wishes and texts and phone calls from people from various, walks of life, from early, my youth in Brooklyn and, college buddies. And it's all very, very heartwarming. And thanks to everybody out there in the audience that's passed along condolences. And yes, I'm doing fine. But, it's a process. And for me, I need to keep going and do my usual thing because that's what my mom would have wanted.
Look, and I haven't said it on here because Devo didn't say it, but like my grandmother, who I was very close to, I literally, even into adulthood, every Friday, whether it was a girlfriend, my ex-wife, she passed before Shirley came into my life, but I was very close to my grandma. My grandma was classic. She was the combination of a neurotic Jewish mother, grandmother, and a degenerate.
Okay.
She went on these junkets with my grandfather. Like she cursed like a sailor.
My mom didn't gamble. She was not a degenerate at all. My parents had the gambling gene.
That's my family.
It skipped a generation. My grandfather was a heavy duty tumbler, a partier, gambler.
Same thing. They drank. She smoked cigarettes her whole freaking life. So she was a great combination where she'd yell at you to go to the doctor and then she'd go to the casino. So, she'd talk about your sex life. My grandmother was great. I love my grandmother, super close to her. When she was sick, I went to the hospital literally every day. When she passed, I was sad. I didn't skip a day of work just because I worked in the morning. So it's like, if I'm done by 10, I'm skipping just to skip. To me, my job, I'm not digging ditches. Like,
it's one thing if the person is in a different city and you have to go clear out a home, or you have to make arrangements and travel somewhere. But this is one of those things where the way it worked out is I can do my usual routines this week, and that is actually calming and soothing to me.
So people were asking,
everybody's different. Exactly. There's no right way.
Defo's mother, she got sick, and he was very close to his mother, and she was classic. She listened every day to our shows, and she was sick. He loved his mom, and he kept doing shows. For us, for some reason, this getting out and talking keeps us going. It keeps us.
It's what we do.
It allows us to remember them. It allows us to remember
part of dealing with tragedy and loss. And I love I've always had a little bit of a just sardonic streak or whatever you want to call it, where I try to find humor in any situation,
Yep.
even the darkest ones. Look, death is a part of life. It's going to come
It
for
is.
all of us.
Well, your mother had a
and-
great run. She was a freaking fighter, and she was 90, almost 91 years young.
Right.
But
Yeah, almost 3 weeks shy. She almost made 91, but 90 is a good round number.
and she lived a long, happy life.
And now she's reunited with my dad.
She was your
and my
dad, your
oldest
brother,
all these things that we tell ourselves to soothe us in this dark time. But I wanted to get back to me and my sleaziness, or
Okay,
is
I'm
it
always ready to
sleazy?
hear about that.
So I go in today to one of my locals, the Bake Shack in Dania Beach. I've known Keith Fryman a long time. He's the
Yeah, he's
pastry
great.
chef. He's from Queens. He's got a Jewish mother named Lois, who's wonderful, and both of them expressed their condolences to me. So I went in today. At first, I ordered my usual apple fritter. They make great donuts there, all kinds
That
of good
donut breakfast
breakfast.
sandwich is great.
Yeah,
too.
but I wasn't that hungry, but I love his apple fritter. And I just, I saw the usual, my friend Lexi, who works the counter there. I said, I'll just take an apple fritter. But I didn't go right to the register to pay. Instead, I was like, is Keith in? And it turns out he was. He comes out, he gives me a hug. I'm holding my apple fritter in my little to-go bag, and we have a nice chat. He expresses all the warm condolences. And
Okay, I'm cut you off because I know
if you need anything. I said, he saw that I posted that I'm going to be having a Shiva call on Thursday night. He says, I'll come over. I'll bring some stuff. I said, that's wonderful. And then I went to go. I said, I pulled out a $20 bill. I was like, for my apple fritter. He goes, no. But,
let me ask you, and that's why I was going to cut you off, because I know where you're going, and we've done this.
I didn't want to have the sympathy schnorr, but I did.
Okay.
I mean, that was it.
When you asked, has it been a while? Because you haven't mentioned Big Shack in a while. Has it been a while since you've been there?
It's been a while.
Yeah, I know
it's
you're
been
friendly with
No, you know what? I
Keith.
went in with my daughter probably, I'd say, around Christmas time. So it's been about maybe 2-3 weeks.
So your first inclination, is it to say hello to a friend, or honestly,
I had dual
are
purposes.
you like, if I say hi, I know I'm getting this free?
No, I wanted an apple fritter. But you know what? Seriously, I could have gone right to the register, paid for it before I asked for Keith. So subconsciously, I was doing the schnorring, the sympathy schnorr. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Is that a disgusting thing?
Is that a disgusting
It's
thing?
probably par for the course. And then, I've been texting with some of our great sponsors have been reaching out, and like Pat Utter, and good wishes to Pat. I think his son is having a birthday over the weekend.
nice.
They're
Well,
traveling a little bit, but his mom is also older and in kind of a little bit of having health issues. But, and he just texted me back, my sympathies, and, let me know if you need anything. And, I could have just said, no, I'm fine. Thanks, Pat. But you know me. I was like, actually, we're going to be having Shiva next week and maybe a couple of chicken wings.
Oh, Jesus.
And I did a little smiley face, LOL kind of thing. But no, of course, I'm willing to. I want to have the best Shiva call. And again, Shiva for those people who are not of the Jewish faith. Somebody was asking me, those who are very Orthodox will sit Shiva. I believe it's for an entire week,
It's
like
supposed
7
to be
days.
7. I was explaining it to my wife because she, again, from DR, she knew the one Jewish family. She grew up in Coral Springs, so she'd been around Jews but didn't know the religion at all. So I was sort of explaining a Shiva call to her. She didn't really understand the idea of Shiva. I was like, yeah, they're doing the funeral in New York, so we're not going to be there for that. Oh, and she's like, weird. Oh, I hate funerals. I'm like, when you say things like that, I don't understand it, because there's no humans like, yeah, funeral.
Right.
Like,
Well,
no one
they
likes
could be
them.
rearranged to spell real fun
Yeah.
funeral, but that's
no one loves them.
guys.
You just are an adult and you go to them to pay respect to the people that pass and the people that are here. But he will be doing Shiva. So I explained that to her. I don't know if it's Thursday.
Again,
you said Monday or Tuesday.
The hardcore Orthodox, the burial is supposed to be within 24 hours of death, and the Shiva call then begins, where the family sits on wooden crates and boxes. They're not supposed to be comfortable, and they wear black clothing, and the ribbons that are torn in two. And then you receive family and friends and well-wishers.
I've never seen the thing with the boxes,
for a
but the rest of it.
Well, that's hardcore. I'm not hardcore.
I mean, we're
I'm Jewish.
decent hardcore.
I'm Jewish-ish. I'm culturally Jewish. And my mom also was like, we were members of a temple in New York. We had bar mitzvahs, but she. You know what? We embrace the culture, obviously, but but it's not like we.
So
have
what's
to,
a shiva for you? Because for my family, it's we're at one house.
I'm
we're all
doing
there.
abbreviated.
Okay. And we do a week, and we cover the mirrors.
One night only. I'm gonna make it.
Oh, it is one night only. Okay.
One night only. I'm gonna do it next Thursday.
Okay,
So,
I don't know if I can make it.
oh, you've got your.
Yeah, that sucks.
That's okay. I'm going until 10 o'clock if you want to come late.
That actually,
you know what? It's all good. Whoever can make it.
Yeah, we
that's
stopped
great.
before.
Yeah. So obviously, traditionally, you have deli platters and things like that. I'm not going to make calls to Mark Frieda, Grandpa.
No, but usually people, and that's what I was trying to explain to her. I'm like, people will bring platters of meat.
Yeah, or they'll send.
Do they do casseroles? I'm like, I mean, that's not really a Jewish thing, but
anybody can do anything they want.
It's usually foods of different kinds.
And in my dad's case, that was 5 years ago. We didn't have a Shiva call per se, but I did kind of a celebration of life party at my house a couple of weeks later. And one of the most touching things ever, and again, this is why I love and respect the restaurant business so much. It is the hospitality business.
Mm-hmm.
And, basically when I had a group of people over for my dad, it was probably like 30 or 40 people. And we had bagels and lox and things from back then. It was still Sage Bakery was still going in Hallandale.
Sage is great.
Sage was great.
It was great, yeah.
But there was a knock on my door in the middle of the afternoon, the gathering. And there was Sopanut from Eat Thai.
Oh, wow.
The Thai restaurant up in Delray Beach, where I knew Sopanut. I reviewed his restaurant positively. We had a beginning of a friendship in terms of, he was appreciative that I liked his restaurant and his cooking and wrote it up and gave a really stellar review. And which I said, it's like, all I'm doing is you did all the work. I'm being honest. And, but he showed up at my house with a big pan full of pad Thai.
Wow.
And it really was so touching because I just like, what a beautiful gesture. And
it's really smart too. That feels like a Thai comfort food.
It was. And everybody,
everyone can have some of that too.
Jewish relatives from the Long Island and New York, people who moved down here in Aventura, they were digging it. They were like, it wasn't too spicy. It was like a very mild version. And it was like, all right, this is different. And they dove into it. And it was such a gesture. And ever since then, Sopanut, I mean, he is, lifelong friend. To have something like that as a gesture was truly beautiful. And again, that's what, sometimes people, it's just amazing to me, the gestures and the gratitude and generosity.
And that's the
of
thing
soul.
is, in tough times, it's interesting to see who's there or any of that, but like just to see how people rise to the occasion. Like people are usually really cool about when someone's in need being there, and these are the kinds of times that you see that. And
it meant so much. It really did. And now I love the guy. I'm so happy for him. It looks like he's found the love of his life. He's engaged and
good for him.
Sopanut and Eat Thai. If anybody wants really,
you sing their praises a lot.
Thai food up in Delray Beach. It's right at the corner of Linton Boulevard and Federal Highway. Great spot. And so again, thanks to Sopanut for that. I remember it from 5 years ago like it was yesterday. All right. And then number two, people, I'm talking about generosity of spirit and beautiful people.
And you're going to do the opposite.
Now I'm going to go back to me. So the second part of the equation of what should I do?
Well, you clean up.
I'm getting to the point where now, I'm looking through, and it's hard. You see,
your mom lived with you.
Yeah, my mom lived with
in
me
your
the
home.
last 2 years. It was such a blessing to be able to have that time with her, and that's what she wanted, and it's that my dad kind of wanted it too. He asked me to take care of her, and the best way I could was to have her move in with me, and she got to see more of my granddaughter. I was able to feed her and oversee her care better. It was really a beautiful thing, and everything in the end, it was exactly how everybody
hopes to go,
honoring their wishes. But now I'm left with the realities of day-to-day living, where I look in my cupboard, I do all this shopping, and there's certain things like prune juice and cranberry juice that my mom would have every morning that I stocked up on, sometimes BOGO. But I look up in my cupboard and I have like 6 bottles, like 4 bottles of cranberry juice and 2 bottles of prune juice. And I'm saying, all right, what do I do with this? And I guess the honorable thing would be
I'll give you credit for at least knowing what the honorable thing is, because my first move would
donate
be
it to a food pantry,
keep it and drink it, or take it back.
I don't drink cranberry juice. Like maybe occasionally I have a cranberry and vodka, but not enough to like keep 4 bottles of the stuff around.
Well, no, so to me would be like, I know Publix takes everything back,
right?
So I think taking it back to Publix, I give you credit for even knowing, you can give this to people and they'll give it to people who have need.
like, and I didn't even come up with that. Dave Joseph
good
downstairs,
for
vice
him.
president, he's like, oh yeah, you just donate that stuff to a food bank. I was like, hell no, I want to take it back to Publix. And then the question is, because Publix has this very generous return policy where they'll give you a full refund on like these packaged, unopened, not like milk that's expired.
No, but drinks and canned items.
Items. Now, and then the thing is, okay, I could take all these things back, and even though I bought them on BOGO, do I get the return on the full price? Do they know that I bought it on BOGO? Do I tell them that, or just try to get full value on each one? And I was saying, I was telling you up, I probably got about like $40 worth of stuff.
Oh, wow.
And as somebody said, that's like 20 exactas. So, like, am I a terrible human being? I don't know what the chat line is saying.
People are talking. I can't read it, and I see Andy's name there, so I'm presuming it's not good.
I think now that I've gone public with this, first of all, there might be a segment of the population that does this, not with deceased relatives, but like they just buy things BOGO and then go back a month later and get like full price return, so they double their money.
Don Jaffe's like, your Shiva will have stone crabs from Delaware. Tropical Acres will have the prime rib. Wicked will come with the mayo sandwich and a bunch of cheese.
I'm not asking for any of this, but if
you're gonna have wings for sure from Shenanigans. This thing's gonna be catered like it's batch. It's gonna have fried chicken and cheese grits. Oh my god, this thing's gonna be the greatest party.
Who am I to say no? Oh my god, I'm terrible.
Don also says it's a terrible idea. You should donate the things.
I am donating
for
it.
all the
now
stuff
that
we
I've gone
get. And he's
public,
right.
if I actually went to Publix and returned it for the $40 or $50, although I do need every red penny for this funeral service. But that's
what
another story.
Blanche asked, what would your mom say? What would your mom want you to do, Michael?
She would say return it.
Exactly. I was gonna say Blanche.
She's a child of the Depression.
She's from the Depression.
Yeah.
She's like my great grandfather and my grandmother. Like,
oh my, that's so funny. All right, I am gonna donate it to a food pantry because that is the only right thing at this point. Now that I've gone public. Oh wait, we've got more stuff coming. Is that for the lady over there?
Lovely lady over
excellent. Here. We've got food here. It's getting cold. Let's start the contest.
Yes,
now that I've gone through my whole horrible thing. Although one more I want to say, and I didn't need to, but for me, a big part of life is talking through things and humor. Obviously. And one of the things, and it's quirky. Two things quirky about the upcoming events on the weekend is number one. Down here, the funeral parlor that was arranging things is called Riverside Gordon. They're part of this big national corporation. I don't know if it's called Legacy or whatever it's called, the Landmark Funeral Homes.
Yeah.
But the receiving funeral home up in New York that is basically taking care of the body until burial is named Hellman's. It's Hellman's.
No, it really
Hellman's is taking care of Mayo.
Oh my God, that's so fitting. Holy crap.
And then
holy crap, that's classic.
And then after the burial and graveside service on
he'll
Sunday,
jump in for a few minutes.
I always, it's just de rigueur to have a reception. We don't have a home up there to invite people who come out, but there is a classic Long Island diner near the cemetery. And the name of that diner, where we convened after my dad's burial, is named the Infinity Diner.
Oh, Jesus.
Which also fitting. When you're sending somebody into the hereafter for all eternity, you go to the Infinity Diner. So that is going to be where we're gathering.
So Mr. DeForest joins us for a few minutes before Joe pops.
Oh, there he is. Okay.
Michael Mayo, how are you, kid? You holding up all right?
I'm holding up all right. I'm just shaming and debasing myself left and right. I hope the audience will stick with me.
Why is that?
Are you losing bets? What happened?
You met Mayo? You have to hear these stories.
You give him the recap there, Lubie.
So he went this morning. Remember Bake Shack? They did the donut sandwich and they had really good fritters.
Oh, yeah.
So he went in there and he got an apple fritter. He could have then gone and paid. What did he do next? He did not go and pay. He went and asked for Keith, the owner, who he is a friend with, and he hasn't seen him for a few weeks. But before paying, and again, Keith does know about his mom.
He does know.
He does know, yes. Yeah, so he goes to Keith and he's talking to Keith, and then he's like, "Oh, shoot, I need to go pay for this." Keith's like, "Never, Michael Mayo, your money's no good here." Obviously, after talking about his mother passing,
giving the circumstances.
So we said, "Yeah, you definitely did that, knowing that you were going to get the free food." And it was schnoring.
Oh, there's no doubt about that.
Yeah,
I call it sympathy schnoring, and I don't know if that's a lower form or a higher
I'm a big fan of the great B.B. King, but Mike Mayo is quickly becoming known as Freebie King.
Excuse me. And the other thing is remember his mom lived with him, so he has all these like different juices
Things that I don't consume, but that I bought in mass quantity at BOGO prices
like
at
prune
Publix.
juice,
Prune juice, cranberry juice.
Remember when you were buying the 2-cent seltzer? That was great.
The
When
seltzer.
you
Yeah.
subjected yourself to Walmart atrocities to
But
get
the
like a
question,
dollar off
question
seltzer?
is, Defo, do I donate those items to a food pantry or take it back to Publix for a full refund, even though I bought them
Refund all the
BOGO?
way, man. How much are you stuck so far? I've seen 2 races from Gulfstream. I don't know if you had that one ball with Iran Ortiz who ran last.
All
I think
right,
that was the first race.
he's in agreement with my mom, and
God
I don't
rest
know.
her
I'm
soul.
leaning now that I've come out public. I've got to take it to a food pantry. It would just be too
douchey.
low. All right, let's do a contest here, Defo. You know it's MLK
Oh yeah,
Day.
I want to. Can I play since I'm sort of off site here? Am I eligible?
You are not
You're
eligible.
part of the show.
I would love to get a
Employee of
brunch
the show.
for 2 at Gulfstream
I think
Park.
you
You kidding me?
do get
Do you
brunches.
realize how exasperating this is to be stuck here at home while you guys are at a racetrack? I mean, it's incredible to
That's
think
funny.
about what I'm
Of all
missing.
things, I'm here and you're there.
Yeah,
I've got your racing
got
form
my
for
form.
tomorrow, Defo.
I think by next
through the
week though
screen.
I'll be mobile again. I'm
Nice.
hoping
Nice.
to clear up a lot of
You
messes
gotta
that are associated with
Take
this.
things at your own pace. We had a great time last night at the
Yeah, I think he would have
rock and
enjoyed it
roll
actually
event.
too. He's
really,
a big
really
Asian.
good time. And Reno Sorbonne made an appearance.
I saw
on the
I saw
show.
part of it. It was wonderful what you were doing. I mean, that was a great show.
And today, not to rub it in, but one of the daily specials is sliced beef tenderloin, a 7-ounce fillet that they
Nice.
sliced up, cooked beautifully with a peppercorn sauce and some beautiful whipped mashed potatoes. And I'm just going to go yum yum. This is fantastic. I mean,
No, did you order a 10-pound salad for me with grilled chicken?
You did get the Greek salad actually with
Oh, the
shrimp.
Greek salad. Okay,
Greek salad, grilled shrimp,
nice.
penne alla vodka with the blackened shrimp, chicken.
Well, wait a minute.
And-
There's only 2 guys there. How many dishes do you have?
We have some guests.
Is your brother coming up for a little bite
Exactly.
to eat? What about Dave Joseph? Is he going to be on the scene?
I invited some mourners to come.
Yeah.
and-
You remind me
me.
of Sinkyu from the Symbionese Liberation Army. I mean, you're just you're going to hold Patty Hearst
Oh my God.
hostage so you can have a food giveaway. That's fantastic.
Oh my God, Defo, you cracked me up. And without even further ado, they bring me the refill on
Exactly.
the
He's
Bloody
just
Mary
bringing
again.
you drinks.
Oh, good
That
for
was
you.
the
Keep
first
drinking.
one was for
Keep
my
drinking.
mom. Second one's for me. I got to go do another. I'm going to be going to
You
the
have the drug
barbecue
thing
event.
tonight,
That's the
yeah.
one that you wanted to go to with.
Oh, I thought you were going to go to the Duke Weight Loss Clinic. Hank Goldberg used to go there annually.
Oh, you bring up another topic. I
Yeah.
got on a scale today for the first time, literally in like 5 months, because I've been afraid.
I'm
I've been
afraid to
stressed.
know the number. Yeah.
I've been stress eating. I've been doing all these big dinners and food festivals. And, I felt like pretty crappy I haven't gotten my walks in for the last week. I thought I was going to see a huge number, like record
It wasn't
setting
bad?
numbers. It was not as bad as I thought. And in fact, so
Were
the
you
number,
being weighed in by Don King with his
no,
foot
no,
on the
this
scale?
was an accurate scale. And it was actually after I had the apple fritter. So I think it would have been actually maybe a pound less
apple
if I did
fritter?
it first
Get
thing
out
in
of
the
here.
morning. Do you want to venture a guess as to what my weigh-in number was?
Well, I know your top number. You revealed it. I mean, I don't like to weight shame anybody.
You
'cause,
could go. I'm not ashamed. I live up. I mean, I accept.
241 and a hook.
Really close. 240.8 was my number today.
Okay.
Off my.
I mean, I'm
all-time
just looking
high.
at you. I see 241 and a hook.
I was
Weigh
feeling
yourself now. Go back
In
and
my-
weigh yourself
in
now.
my
I see
midsection-
241 and a hook.
my midsection. I was feeling about 246. I thought I was going to even be nearing the dreaded.
I think you've
quarter-
reached your maximum weight.
Well, my
He's
max
saying
was
he
like
did it, I guess.
255 at
I
one
guess
point.
he's
Oh,
saying he
really?
hasn't.
255.
Peak
Wow.
critic
We'll see
form.
where he is after Saturday, by the way. Saturday, by the way, the Grand Tasting is over 70 restaurants. So we'll see where he is after Saturday.
240.8. This is now an attainable goal. I promised my daughter that I would be starting. My weight would start with a 1 as of my birthday,
Okay.
5
No, get out
months.
of. When's your birthday? What year?
June 17th. This
Yeah, but what year are we talking about? 2027?
this year.
You're going to
and I
drop
know I've
40
said this
pounds
before,
by
but
6 months. You can
This is
lose.
28.
And you
now
can do
in
it,
6
think,
months.
with some stress out of my, I see a new day dawning.
You could. It's doable.
I see exercise in my future. I see light eating. I
Yeah.
know we've heard this all before, and I go around to all these restaurants.
What if
but
you do the 3? No, just don't do 3 big meals a day.
I
Do
have
1.
promised my daughter, just in the same way I promised my late father that I would take care of my mom.
And
I
you
have
did. You
promised
did
my
a
daughter
great job.
that I would be under 200, but that I would lose 40 pounds.
If you do
by
it,
my
I'm
birthday.
going to applaud you, my friend. I really am
Okay.
because I've been thinking about that same thing for years now, and it isn't easy. And I'm not even close. But maybe this new approach that I've had to take to life, might kick all of that in, although, lacking in exercise. But I think I'm going to conquer all of this by the middle of next week.
All
And
right.
I'll be mobile again,
I
in
say-
terms of being able to drive around and be okay. But the IV treatments I'm taking have been taken twice as long as they had initially told me. So I was still hooked up to this bag until 1 o'clock. I would have never been able to make it to the show today, which is
Does that
a little
mean, like,
disturbing.
your blood is thicker than they anticipated? That,
No,
like,
it just means the
drips
bag's
again?
going slowly. Yeah. The first one goes by very quickly, and the second one that's supposed to go for 90 minutes, no, it's supposed to be an hour, has been taking me 2-3 hours. I had to scratch a show this morning. I texted Lubie at like 3 a.m. He was still up, excited
I
about
wasn't
all
still
the
up.
activities.
I was sleeping, but
Oh, okay.
I was like, if someone's texting me at 3, that's not great. So let me respond. Thank God it was that you were okay.
You
Did you
got
have
back
any
to
of
me
this
quickly.
February?
I haven't. Please don't finish it.
I'm not going to finish it, but it's freaking excellent. They got the grilled asparagus too. You know what I
Just
feel?
leave me a couple.
How I feel
wanna
about
taste it.
asparagus, Steve.
You know how Lubie approaches these shows. He's already got the to-go
I don't
boxes
need a
lined
to-go
up in the
box.
background.
I'm fine with that, but I want to taste it. That's all I want is to taste it. They made it medium rare. It looks really nice. We also supposed to do a contest, and we're more than halfway.
Oh,
through the
yeah,
show.
yeah. I'm curious.
And he hasn't given one tip yet. So for all that I
Here we
keep us
go.
on the rails without you, maybe you
I
keep
don't
us on
want
the
his
rails.
horse tips. Yeah, I'll take the clues to the contest.
Because this has
so.
been a disaster.
I'm going to do this real quick this week, okay?
Yeah.
The contest race is going to be the 9th race on the card, on tomorrow's card at Gulfstream. It's a maiden special for really high quality potential
All right.
horses you might see on the Derby Trail. It's the 8th race, a 12 horse field, numbers 1 through 12. And they're going a mile on the dirt track. And then you also have the first tiebreaker after the winning horse would be the winner of the Dolphins Chiefs playoff game tomorrow night in Kansas City with the winning margin.
Who do you think is going to win that, Michael?
For example, this is what I put as maybe my prediction: Chiefs by 48 points.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
Shut up.
jeez. No, the
48.
conditions are
It's
prohibitive.
not going to be.
The
I don't think they
first
can
part-
score that much.
The key to getting to the 2 tiebreak, or first we got to give you the restaurant clues.
Yes.
Then you give the horse number 1 through 12 for the contest race. Then you give the winner of the Dolphins Chiefs game with a margin. And if you get all 3 elements right, then you go on to a possible tiebreaker, or you win Tuesday's show, because we're taking Monday off. We're going to replay last night's show.
Oh,
and again,
beautiful.
It's
get
Martin
those
Luther
entries
King, right? It's Martin
in
Luther King, is that
3
what it is?
elements: the restaurant trivia answer, the horse number 1 through 12, and the winning team and margin in the Chiefs-Dolphins playoff game. Send it to MikeMayoEats@gmail.com by noon tomorrow, Saturday the 13th. If it's afternoon, forget about it, because
Nah.
I'm going to be out at the Grand Tasting
Yep.
eating 70 different dishes
Yep.
for the judging, and I will be up to 250 by Monday. All right, you ready for the
Yes.
first? Okay.
Let's go.
For this week's contest, we celebrate Martin Luther King Jr. Day on Monday with a long-running Black-owned restaurant in South Florida.
Okay.
Clue number 1. This iconic Fort Lauderdale restaurant in the historically Black northwest quadrant of the city was established by its namesake in the mid-1970s and is now run by both the mother,
So
who
it
it's
still
named for,
exists. So it still exists.
in operation. Very famous. It's now operated by both the mother, who it's named for, and her daughter, Katrina. It's known for heaping portions of Southern comfort food, including smothered wings with baked mac and cheese and collard greens and a killer fried pork chop.
Mm.
All right, that's clue number 1.
All right. I'm a little
Clue-
embarrassed that I don't know this.
Yeah, I
just
don't
off
know
the
this.
first clue. Yeah.
It sounds like a place I would love
Again,
to.
it's in the northwest section of Fort Lauderdale and been there since the 1970s. It is classic and iconic, and I've eaten there several times, as is evidenced
Yeah,
by
it just sounds like a place I'd
race
love.
night. Number 2, luminaries who have dined there in the past include Don King, your favorite.
Oh, yeah. I love Don
Alonzo
King.
Mourning, Zoe, Don King, and just about every politician seeking votes
I was going
from,
to say a politician
from
would
the
have to go.
African American community, including Tim Kaine. Do you remember who Tim Kaine
Kaine,
was?
the one with Hillary.
Rings a
There
bell.
you go. You're good. I didn't
What was that,
remember who
Lubie?
The one who was the middle of the road Midwesterner
No,
that
he
never
came from
said
Virginia.
anything.
He was the
He-
senator from
I
Virginia
thought it
who
was
was
the way he was like very milquetoast.
Hillary's running mate in 2016. When
He
I
never
saw
said
the,
anything.
when I saw the article said Tim Kaine visits this restaurant, I was like, "Who's Tim Kaine?" And then I clicked on it. All right, that's number 2. And number 3, this is the one. This is the vintage Mike
it
Mayo
away.
clue. The family's last name that runs this restaurant is Taylor, not Crocker, White,
Okay,
Ford,
so
or Davis.
I have been there. That place is great. The place is
Okay, you've been.
fantastic.
Yeah. It's classic. It's iconic, and it's
that
been
place
a
is great.
pillar
It's like
of
super hole in the wall.
the Fort Lauderdale African American
And
community.
you get
for
the Wonder Bread. It
decades.
gives you the Wonder Bread.
I
and
love
the
that
thing.
place, and that fried pork chop.
The rib
is
sandwich
That
is
place
a big
is
concept there, right?
amazing.
All
I
right,
remember I
rib
had fried
sandwich.
chicken, mac and cheese, collard greens.
Once again, the last clue, which is a dead giveaway. The family that runs it, the last name is Taylor, not Crocker, White, Ford, or Davis.
There you
Okay.
go. I was wondering
Good
if
luck.
you did
Send
that.
those entries to MikeMayoEats@gmail.com by noon tomorrow. We just had another race,
another race
run.
went
The
by.
4th. Did you have it, Defo?
No, I was briefly, perusing FanDuel as I was detaching myself from the
This lovely
IB
lady.
situation, and I did see the
you
first at
order any of this?
Gulfstream and a little piece of the second, but I couldn't tell you what was going on in the third.
All good. All right. Well, let's take our first break.
Yes.
I'll do a
And we'll say
nice
goodbye
kind
to
pitch
Mr.
for
DeForest.
now that we got tenderloin in front of us. It triggers.
Please leave some for Lubie, Mike.
I just
I
want
am.
to taste
Please.
it.
It's-
He literally took 5
I think
slices.
there was 7 slices. There was 7
I
I
ounces.
didn't think you could see
1 ounce
drool
slices.
with the camera that he
I
has
just
in
wanna
there.
try
But
Gotta
it.
get another fork here. This is a more medium end piece.
You don't have
something that Dick
It's
Steve
all
would
the
order.
well done pieces. You ate literally all the middle and left the well done.
I'm grieving. Can you just let me?
right.
my
everybody
comfort.
grieves in their own way. Mike eats.
Yeah, exactly. well, if
Mayo
you're
eats
grieving or
dot
not
com.
grieving,
Speaking of tenderloin,
Tropical Acres is a
Tropical
great
Acres. I
place
actually
to
might
check out.
have my mom's celebration of life event at Tropical Acres,
Makes sense.
and I'm willing to pay full freight to the Studio Alley family. It is
Yeah,
a wonderful
whaling.
place. But if you think tenderloin, if you think prime rib, if you think rack of lamb, that is the place for me. Tropical Acres been in business 75 years. They're celebrating their
That's
75th
fantastic.
anniversary.
Wow.
Studio Alley family has been running it since the early 60s. They will take great care of you. Don't forget Valentine's Day coming up. Call now for your Valentine's Day reservations or reservations for this weekend. 954-989-2500. 954-989-2500. That's the reservation hotline. 2500 Griffin Road is the address, just west of I-95 in the airport. I love Tropical Acres. Let me count the ways. The 4:30 to 6:30 happy hour Monday
through Friday, all the way
half
through
price
Friday.
drinks. The half price wine on Monday and
There it
Tuesday.
is.
The loyalty reward club card for every 12 entrees that you purchase, you get the 13th one on the house. All this and more at Tropical Acres. Go
Even
there.
a dessert cart.
And they also have private rooms available for parties and other functions. They've got everything you need. Go to Tropical Acres and tell them that the Lunchbox sent you.
We're gonna take a break. We're gonna say goodbye to one great, the one and
Oh,
only
wow,
Jeff
great.
DeForest. Let him go get some
It was
rest.
nice being with you guys. It really
Yeah.
was. I mean, just looking at 10 bombs at Gulfstream, I got goosebumps.
It'll
watching
motivate you to
you
get
guys.
the hell out of that
Joe
house.
B's coming in.
Deck.
All
Joe
right.
B, another
He's
great's
gonna
going to
come
join
in
us. We
here.
love you, Deef, and we'll
We're
see
going to
you
slide over for Joe B.
Tuesday. And when we get back, we'll have the one and only Joe Beja, as people like
Joe
to say
Beja.
I
here.
love that guy.
at
I truly love
Gulfstream
Joe Beja, man.
Park.
He
Be
is a
well.
classic. All right,
Have a
thanks,
great
guys.
weekend. We'll be back after this.
See ya. Comfort food from a scratch kitchen, delicious drinks and house-made spirits from a craft bar, a great vibe inside and out with a spacious patio. I'm talking about Batch New Southern Kitchen and Tap, Fort Lauderdale, in the heart of the city at 525 North Federal Highway. It's open 7 days for lunch, dinner, and weekend brunch with classics like fried chicken and waffles and shrimp and grits, and creative items like pecan-crusted salmon and a fried green tomato BLT. And the drinks? Smooth sipping and so good. There's convenient free parking and a garage next door, happy hour at the bar, an entire patio, 4 to 7 Monday to Friday, and live music every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. It's pet and people friendly and with cozy fire pits for when the temperature dips. For reservations and more information, go to batchsouthernkitchen.com. Hey, it's Mayo here for Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market. Since 1951, family owned for over 70 years, the home of freshness. I've been a customer for over 3 decades, and it's the place to go for poultry, steaks, meats, and of course, their unbelievable selection of fish and seafood. They've got it all. Key West pink shrimp, grouper, snapper, lobster, and of course, Florida stone crab claws of all sizes. Don't forget their famous fish dip and a full selection of prepared foods. It's located at 4191 North State Road 7 in Hollywood, just across from the Seminole Classic Casino. Owner Doug Carter and crew will take great care of you. Make sure to check out their weekly specials and daily catch online at DelawareChicken.com. Quality, value, freshness, that's the Delaware way. Tell them Mike Mayo and the Lunchbox sent you. If you like seafood in a comfortable setting, outdoors, even keel fish shack at the corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard in Lauderdale by the Sea, that's my spot. It's upscale food in a down-home setting. The chef owners, Dave and Brad, do a terrific job with all the seafood classics that you want. They have the best grilled oysters in town, bang bang shrimp, lobster rolls, and deli fish specials. They also have weekend brunch Saturday and Sunday. They have deli happy hour 4 to 7, and they also have other weekly specials like mussels on Monday and oysters on Tuesday. Go to Even Keel Fish Shack and tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. People come to me and say, Mike, where should I go out to eat? I got guests coming from out of town. Where should we go? Cafe Seville. That's the answer. 2768 East Oakland Park Boulevard. It's a Fort Lauderdale perennial. It's serving the finest in Spanish and continental cuisine in a cozy, friendly, comfortable setting. Joey Esposito and Sally, his better half, they've been running the place for a long time. It's been open since the 1980s. They got great Spanish classics like paella, shrimp with garlic sauce, and all kinds of great seafood dishes. The stuffed veal chop, oh, that's my favorite. Go to Cafe Seville. It's open every day but Sunday at 5 p.m. for dinner. Tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. Do you like burgers? Do you like wings? Do you like late night food and sports on big screen TVs and cold beer and friendly vibe and great people? Then you want to check out Shenanigans, 1300 South Federal Highway in Dania Beach. Go to Shenanigans, you get yourself all the good stuff, the fresh fish every day, the blackened grilled wings, and of course, the kitchens are open late. Go there, tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Max's, 9089 West Atlantic Avenue in Delray Beach. For more than a decade, a top spot for lunch, weekend brunch, and dinner at the Delray Marketplace in West Delray. It's a family-friendly dining room in a comfortable setting with also an outdoor patio that's pet-friendly. American classics like chicken and waffles, brick oven pizzas, chopped salads, and of course, great burgers, including the famous Farmhouse Burger and the traditional Prime Burger. Open 7 days with happy hour at the bar and high tops from opening until 6:30. For reservations and more information, go to bertandmaxes.com. All right, we're back on the Lunchbox. It's Friday. It's heading into a 3-day weekend for many. And here at the Lunchbox, we're going to be taking Monday off, but we will be replaying the show that we did live after dark last night from the Visit Lauderdale Food and Wine Festival's inaugural walk and roll event. That was some kind of fun, but we're having even more fun now with our man here, Joe Beja, Executive Director of Hospitality and all things good here at Gulfstream Park. The sure things, the food and the wine and the beverage programs and the special events. Joe, how are you this week?
I am hectic.
Yeah. Pegasus Day is drawing nigh. Tell people about some of the latest.
Yeah, so absolutely. So we just announced a partnership with Casadona on our apron. Our apron tickets are still available for $175. If you go to our website, which is www.gulfstreampark.com, and it'll give you a Pegasus link to see which tickets are available. But we've now expanded our GA ticket to include unlimited Heineken Silver, Diageo RTDs, like the ready-to-drink cocktails, Smirnoff, and so forth. And then also Casadona will be here with a little pop-up section.
For those who don't know, Casadona is a tequila brand, or I have no idea what it is.
Casadona is the new Italian restaurant that owned by Groot Hospitality in partnership with the gentleman from Tao Group, which I know you knew, but it's a very exciting.
I've been a little bit.
We've always, obviously, but we always. Groot Hospitality has always been a tremendous partnership with us when we do the Pegasus. Not only in that little pop-up in the GA ticket, but the Flamingo Room, which I believe still has tickets available on the third floor. Located on the third floor, we'll have food from Gecko and Social Club or Social Key. And,
it's great
some of the other restaurants
now
that they have.
Including some of the things in the ticket, because I know people sometimes could be resistant. It's going to be a fantastic day of racing. It's wide open. I mean, for bettors, it's a great day because it's wide open. It's not like you have a superstar horse that's scaring everybody away. You have a lot of top flight quality horses, including O'Connor, who just won a couple of weeks ago. Safi Joseph has a couple of live runners and all kinds of other Skippy Longstocking, I think,
Oh,
is running.
really?
That's Defoe's
Nice.
favorite
Defoe
horse.
loves
He
it,
has
yeah.
a dog
His
named
horse.
Skippy. And, it's going to be a great day of racing. So, again, GulfstreamPark.com. Get your tickets now.
Yes.
And it's going to be the last Saturday of the month. It's January
27th.
27th.
Mhm.
Followed right on its heels the following week, the Holy Bull Stakes.
Oh, wow.
Correct.
And a taste of the track, right?
Correct. With
Yeah,
Holy
I'm
Bull,
looking
we
forward
are
to that.
launching our taste at the track, our first one for 2024. That will be a bourbon and barbecue event.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Oh,
Okay,
wait, there
so
goes my diet.
yeah. So just a heads up, tickets have just gone up $10 this
Oh,
year. Obviously, cost of goods and everything going up, but the GA ticket is $60.
Still a great deal.
Yeah, it's a
when you
great
buy
deal for
in
$60.
Well, you get
advance.
food, you get drinks.
You get 3 hours of unlimited food and drinks and live racing, DJ entertainment,
Yeah, it's a
etc.
blast.
The VIP ticket will be $85.
Nice. You get
and
that early access.
you get the early
I
access
mean,
at 12
stuffed and
o'clock.
buzzed for 60 or 85 bucks in this day and age when you can go down to Las Olas and, every cocktail is $25 plus tax and tip, I'm sorry, that's a great deal. And you get the opportunity to win your money back because you give out those $2 betting vouchers.
Correct. We give out a $2 betting voucher. We give you a $1 program to kind of get you on your way. That's all included in the price of the ticket.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to come out that day. I'm going to get my $2 voucher. I'm going to try to parlay that first $2 to win on a reasonable 4-to-1 shot. Turn that into $10. Do a $1 exacta box. Next thing I know, I got $85.
There you go.
Even though I've snored my way in to begin with, but
But
that's the Mayo way. But
of course,
that is, I'm a professional, so don't try this at home.
I just want to add too, for that kind of price point too. I'm not pouring like handles of bourbon that old granddad or anything.
No, this is good.
We're
quality
featuring Jefferson's Ocean or Jefferson's Reserve, and
great stuff.
we have
last
Angel's
time I was
Envy's already signed up. Widow Jane is signed
And I
up
love
out of
the
Brooklyn.
Caribbean event
So
with all the rums.
yes.
You had some really high quality, interesting rums and all kinds of mixed cocktails. It was great.
Yeah.
I highly recommend it for people who do like a really value conscious day of food, wine. I'm drinking entertainment, food and drink, not wine. It's not a wine festival. My brain is on the Visit Lauderdale Food and Wine Festival. Right. But you guys have these great Taste of the Track days, and it's one thing. Again, you're doing it like every month this year, correct?
Correct. So what we'll be doing is we're trying to do it in coinciding with our big race days. So on February 3rd, which will be Holy Bull, so we'll do bourbon and barbecue. March 2nd is a Saturday, which is the Fountain of Youth Day. So in Ponce de Leon, we do a little bit of tacos and tequila,
right?
And then on the 30th, will be Florida Derby. That'll be higher priced than our normal ones, but we're doing wines from California and Oregon.
It is nice.
So we
the Northwest.
So we like to call it wine and Derby.
Right.
Tickets, I believe, will start at around $125.
You have to wear a fancy hat for the Derby.
You can. It is the Florida Derby, so
Yeah,
highly
that's a big
encouraged,
day. That's a great day.
supported, and I think we'll even be selling hats on site that day. So
all good.
It's an opportunity to dress up and get fancy.
All right. Anything else? That you've got a full
like
slate. How's that breakfast restaurant coming along? In your spare time, you're still trying to get something else.
I think we are trying to get a local partner to come here and operate it.
I think that's a wise idea.
Yeah, I think so too.
I have a couple in mind, but we'll talk after the show. But it's all good. There's, breakfast is a essential meal of the day.
No, absolutely.
And a lot of places do it well around town. So that's going to be fun. Another project because you don't have enough to do.
Exactly.
Sports-wise, anything on the agenda? I mean, you paying attention to the playoffs?
Well, the Panthers have won 9 in a row, and we
I know,
like
but he's a
Panthers.
Vegas Knights fan.
But he
Nice
likes the
fan,
Panthers.
But Panthers are secondary
He
or
roots
third.
on the Panthers.
Rangers,
Tertiary.
tertiary,
Yes,
exactly.
big word.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Any playoff predictions? I mean, sorry about your Giants, and there's no Jets around, no New York teams.
Not at all. No defensive coordinator anymore for the Giants.
Rooting for or against the Dolphins?
I'll root for the Dolphins. I don't know how much of a chance I give them in 0-degree weather.
It's going to be like negative 20, supposedly.
And the injuries that they have, losing Chubb, and you lost Phillips, weeks ago. The Chiefs aren't what they used to be, and I think the Dolphins can keep it close. I don't think it's going to be a blowout.
I agree with you.
But traveling from Miami to that 0-degree weather just does not bode
never
well.
a good thing for these Dolphins,
Well,
cold weather games. But you never know. That's why you got to tune in. And luckily for us, we live in the home market, so we can still see it for free over the air on Channel 6 NBC. Elsewhere in the country, they're going to an all pay-per-view. You need to have the Peacock streaming service, like the premium package, $9.90 a month. I guess people can't. They did this a couple of weeks ago for one of those key games on a Saturday night.
You can buy like a one-time
you could
fee
buy
or
it
something.
and then cancel it the next week, and you supposedly get not the $9.99 back, but you basically they've turned it into pay-per-view for $9.99.
Yeah,
one of the reasons why, eventually I think the Super Bowl is going to go that route.
Yeah.
And it's one of the reasons I will not do that. I refuse.
I just have enough streamers. How
too
much
much of a money grab.
Yeah,
in my opinion on that.
They already get billions of dollars from all the networks.
The best internet meme I've seen regarding that is, and it's going to be a perfect meme. It says to the executives that agreed to put the Dolphins game on Peacock, and it shows a video of that guy from Las Vegas that jumped the judge.
Yeah. There you go. It is, again, at least here and in Kansas City, we still get to watch the game over the free airwaves. But if you're traveling this weekend, or for our friend Bonnie, who just recently moved to North Carolina, she is SOL. So, but it might be a good thing. Because it could be an ugly game.
Well, look, that's something actually, as you are both Northeasterners, and my buddy thought I was complaining. Look, I expect the Dolphins to lose. So this isn't like the weather's actually going to help them to me.
Yeah.
They're a better running team than the Chiefs are. So if McDaniel can just run the
Mostert
ball.
Backers, yeah.
Mostert should be back.
Okay.
Oh, is he back?
So he should be back. So the weather helps them. To me, I know it's football and you play in any weather, and I get it. The days gone, you're the ice bowl. But like if it's -20 and it's snow and there's 3 feet of ice, like at one point is it not safe? Like that's what I'm actually curious is when do they think of not?
Since when is football safe?
I know, but
300
you at least
want
to be able to stand on the ground.
Collisions 5 times. Every
so that's my only thing with this game is it's like, okay, guys, like what kind of football can we expect in that weather? Like what? Like to me, I think it's going to be very boring and very dumb.
I think it's one of those games where you take the Dolphins and the points and the under.
Will McDaniel be smart enough to kick a freaking field goal if he has to, if it's 4th and 2 with the 12?
No, you know me, how I feel about McDaniel.
Well, and I actually have faith now in Jason Sanders.
He's doing a better
crazy.
job.
Because at the beginning of the year, I wanted to cut him, but he came through with that game with the 5 field goals, and now it's like, just take the 3.
Wouldn't it be ironic though if the Dolphins were able to pull it off? They haven't beaten a significantly
they haven't beaten any good AFC team
the entire year,
right?
And these things happen. Pull it off would be great.
Just the way that NBC flashed that killer graphic, the Dolphins are 11-0 when leading at halftime.
Of course. Kiss of death.
So I hope this time they just post the Dolphins are 0-8 against, 0-4 against winning AFC teams.
The Dolphins are 0-10 and temperatures under 40.
There you go.
Just show that all game, please.
It's
just for the sake of a surprise in the playoffs. As much as I think Mahomes and everyone's entertaining, I always like change.
Yeah, why not?
I'm not much into dynasties unless it's my team. But still, I'm not much into dynasties. I like change.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. Tune in again. One of the elements, the 3 elements to send to Mike Mayo'a Eats at gmail.com.
So people did ask about the race. So if you want to reiterate the contest,
the contest race again. It is the 9th race on tomorrow's card. Saturday's 9th race. A maiden special weight race.
You said 9 horses, but they're only seeing 8.
No, there's 12. No, hold on a second. I'm looking at race 9.
January
13th.
Race 9.
Tomorrow. Race 9. It's a maiden special weight. A lot of high-class horses that will be on the Triple Crown Trail. From the Todd Pletcher Bond has 2 in the race, including the morning line favorite, number 12 BU.
Okay.
Ridden by Irad Ortiz Jr., the best jockey in the land, if you go by stats. Christophe Clement's got a horse, number 1, Military Road, 6-1. Shug McGahee. He's got Jose Ortiz as aboard, Conquest Warrior, 3-1 shot. These are really well-bred, quality 3-year-olds that will be eligible for the Florida Derby, the Kentucky Derby, the Triple Crown Trail. A lot of them now, the way the game is turned, instead of running as 2-year-olds, a lot of the top talent, they hold them back, they train them, and then they make their debuts and win their first races in these high-quality maiden races in early January, and then they start hitting the stakes trail. It's a totally different game than it used to be 20 years ago, where the thinking was you have to have this big foundation as a 2-year-old. That's been blown up because a lot of the Derby winners and Triple Crown winners Justify didn't make his maiden win until January of the year he won the Triple Crown as an undefeated colt. So
Okay, so it's race 9.
That is race 9.
And you said it's 12 horses?
12 horses, 1 through 12. So
Race
number
9,
1 through
12
12,
horses.
a winner of the Dolphins Chief game with the margin. And, of course, this classic African-American owned restaurant in Northwest Fort Lauderdale that's been there for almost 50 years. It's run by its namesake and her daughter, Katrina. The family name is Taylor, not Crocker, Davis, Ford, or White. Okay? That's the Mayo clues.
There you go.
Send them into MikeMayoEats@gmail.com. Let's take our last break because we do have some more business. We thank Joe Beja
Always a pleasure.
for his usual
Thank you.
drop by. And
Excellent.
again, this food is unbelievably
Fantastic.
terrific.
This
Come on
tenderine's
out here
great.
to 10 Palms every live racing day, 5 days a week now through
Yes.
the peak championship season. That menu just keeps getting bigger and better than ever.
Yeah.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank
We'll
you.
be back after this. More Mayo's Lunchbox at Gulfstream Park from 10 Palms.
Want great Italian food in a beautiful beachfront setting? Have I got the place for you? Casa Calabria at the Ocean Manor Resort, 4040 Galt Ocean Drive in Fort Lauderdale. Highly rated across all the restaurant review platforms and totally Mike Mayo's Lunchbox approved. Delicious, authentic Southern Italian food in a cozy dining room overlooking the Atlantic. Live music in the lounge, full bar, and a great wine list. Owner Frank Talrico takes great pride in his family recipes from his native Calabria. Fresh fish and seafood, veal, house-made pastas, and marinara sauces smooth as silk. You gotta try the imported meats and cheeses on the antipasto platters, and don't miss that ricotta gnocchi. Fluffy little pillows straight from heaven. Casa Calabria, open for dinner Tuesday through Sunday, closed on Mondays. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. Hey, it's Mike Mayo. When the Brooklyn boy in me wants a good bagel with Nova or some matzo ball soup, homemade knishes, or a great deli pastrami sandwich on rye, you know where I go? Grandpa's Cafe in Dania Beach. It's been around a long time, an institution, but a little over a year ago, a pair of New Yorkers came in, bought it, and refurbished the place. It's beautiful, and they are now serving great breakfast, brunch, lunch. They've got the omelets, they've got eggs Benedict, they've got all kinds of great baked goods like rugelach. Grandpa's is just off Federal Highway on Southwest 1st Street in Dania Beach. It's open 7 days. Go in there, tell them that the Lunchbox. It's Mayo for Gilbert's 17th Street Grill. You know me, I love family-run places with quality food at fair prices served with passion and pride. And that's why I love Gilbert's. For more than a decade, Lenore, Beth, and Richie Gilbert have been serving up the best burgers, wings, ribs, salads, and desserts. It's a fast casual spot. Everything prepared fresh to order from an immaculate open kitchen. They're at 1821 Cordova Road in Fort Lauderdale in the Cordova Shops just south of 17th Street. Open every day but Sunday. One of my favorite burgers in South Florida. Big, round, juicy pucks of 100% Angus beef, char grilled to perfection. And don't miss the sweet potato fries on the side. They're legendary. Go to Gilbert's, feast, and be happy. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. When I'm looking for some wicked good food for a wicked good lunch, there's only one place to go. That's Wicked Cheesesteaks in Fort Lauderdale. It's at 4824 North Federal Highway, just south of Commercial Boulevard and across from Holy Cross Hospital. My friend Brian there, he will hook you up with some really tasty treats. They've got cheesesteaks, just like the best you can find in Philly, along with lobster rolls, because that's where he's from, Maine originally. And they have wings and pizza and everything you want to have a really good time. Wicked Cheesesteaks, they're open every day but Tuesday. Check them out online, wickedcheesesteaks.com. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. If you're looking for a great place for steaks, seafood, and more, go to Tropical Acres Steakhouse and Butcher Shop. It's at 2500 Griffin Road in Dania, just west of I-95 and the airport. They've been there a long time, since 1949. That means they're doing something right. You'll get old school hospitality from the Studiali family, along with great value, tremendous service. Of course, you could also go into the bar for happy hour every day, 4 to 6. The early bird special runs from 4:30 to 5:30, and they have great value all night long. Also, a butcher shop that's open every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. except Sunday. The dining room is open every day at 4:30 except Sunday. Go to Tropical Acres. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you.
All right, we're back on the Lunchbox. I'm here by my lonesome, thanks to Joe Beja, thanks to Greg. Who the frick is Greg? Jeff Defo
It's not
DeForest.
a horrible name.
My brain is almost done for the week. Mike
We're
Lubie
almost
Lubitz.
done for the week, so it's good
I
time.
do got to put in the good word for our friends at Delaware Chicken Farm
Yes.
and Seafood.
Are we getting back there at some point? It feels like we haven't been there in
We're going
forever.
to be there at the end of the month, the
Okay.
last Thursday of the month. I believe it's January 25th.
Nice. I miss Gene and Jose and that
We're
whole
going to
crew.
see Jose and Gene, and then we're going to be preparing for the big Valentine's Day because a lot of people
Oh, yeah.
don't like going out to eat on Valentine's Day, one of the more high traffic days of the year.
Yep.
Great time to go into Delaware and pick up, nothing says I love you like colossal stone crabs.
Exactly.
Maybe
Lobster.
A nice steak, too. They
stuff
got
of
those
that nature.
beautiful Angus ribeyes and tenderloins. And again, before we even get to the Valentine's Day festivities, we've got all these playoff games and playoff weekends ahead. And a great time to be grilling and entertaining and pick up a nice pound of the fish dip, that fresh smoked tuna that they make in-house. Some of those smoked sausage, the in-house house-made sausages, turkey, chicken, classic pork.
Poultry, great fish.
Oh, yeah, throw some wings on the grill or whatever for all these playoff games coming up the next few weeks. We're leading up to the Super Bowl, and Delaware has everything you need for the
big game,
essentials.
since we're in a commercial.
The big game, that's right. So Delaware is at 4191 North State Road 7 in Hollywood. They've been in business for over 60 years, and they are classic. DelawareChicken.com is the website for the daily specials. The weekly specials, the daily offerings. Go in there. They're open 7 days a week. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. And, that's it. I'm going to be out at the festival.
I'm super excited tonight, man.
Me and Lubie.
That was so fun. Last year was freezing.
Barbecue.
I don't think it's going to be freezing tonight.
So it'll
be nice.
And it's supposed to be. Hopefully, it keeps the rain chance. Looks like it keeps dropping tomorrow.
Nice.
So it's going to be nice.
So tomorrow's a daytime thing, right? Like it's like a food fest.
VIP, I think, at 12 or general admission at 1. All sold out. Don't even bother, but try again. A few weeks, Kate said we'll have the 2025 festival tickets going on sale. The early bird is the way to go. Don't get shut out for 2025 because it's too late for 2024, except for Family Day Sunday. All ages going out there. No admission charge at the A1A in Las Olas Beachfront Park. Food trucks, food for sale, some kind of demonstrations and seminars will be on tap for the family. Fun for everybody who's into food on Sunday, but tomorrow is a feast for people like me, 70 restaurants, all kinds of great libations and wine. Visit Lauderdale Food Festival. We love them. We love Batch. Thank you, Kevin, for saving me from myself. And we will get out to Batch in Fort Lauderdale later.
And Rappaport, we had a great experience this week at Burton Max's, so I always appreciate
Restaurant Group. I
Rappaport
got my college buddy Eric is in town visiting his dad in Palm Beach Gardens. He's meeting a friend for cocktail happy hour tonight in Delray. No, where did I send them? Deck 84.
Oh, Deck 84.
This is Florida.
Yeah, the weather's great,
nice
especially from New Yorkers.
Sunshine, right on the Intracoastal waterfront views. Deck 84 is the answer. It's right there on the avenue in the heart of the action in Delray Beach. One of the many restaurants in the Rappaport Restaurant Group portfolio that is fit for any occasion. All right, that's going to do it for this week. It's been a long
You did
one,
a good
folks.
job, sir. I know
Thank
it's been a tough
everybody.
week. Appreciate
Thank
you
you
getting
for
through it.
all the
Mama Mayo, we love you.
Love and affection. And we'll be back on Tuesday with a fresh edition from Shenanigans.
Yes, nice.
Hopefully previewing the Dolphins' next playoff game or the Dolphins season postmortem with Pat Utter, who great American, great Dolphin fan. His hopes are not too high this weekend, but you never know. We'll see what happens. We'll see you out there on Tuesday at Shenanigans.
Yes.
Until then, enjoy the weekend, have a safe one, and enjoy every sandwich.